tell you guys a story. When, I don't know if you're familiar with Gasworks Park over in Seattle, Washington. It's in a Lake Shore, or no, North Lake district of Seattle. And basically, it used to, I guess the factory became really dangerous and there were a lot of people who died. I'm not entirely sure of the history behind it, but they had to shut down the original one, and they ended up putting a fence around it. So, you know, they had a lot of stuff in that park before. Like, they had a sundial. I'm not sure if the sundial was integrated with the astrological signs that were up on top of the hill, but it was really cool. And then there was the old Gasworks, and then the new one, and they actually have parkour classes at the new one, if I remember correctly. So, anyway, 2 years ago, well, much more than a few, I was probably late teens, early 20s when this happened. I went there with a few friends, and we were sneaking around looking for spooky stuff, you know, doing that whole thing, getting into trouble. I was at the back of the group as we had passed through it, and there were a few spots that, you know, you could see where people had done their little rituals and stuff. And I kept hearing stuff behind me, and I kept looking, and it's like nothing was there. And eventually, I just got this really, really unsettling feeling. And when I looked back, there was this figure, the sneaking position, like it was sneaking about behind us, and it was moving as when I noticed it, and it was getting closer to me. And I turned around and I looked at my friend. I'm like, guys? And my friend turned around and was like, what? I'm like, I thought I saw something. And he looked back, and he actually walked back a little ways to see if he could figure out what I had seen. And there was nothing there. So that was a really interesting experience. On top of that, though, coming out of Gasworks, so there was a gate, and the fencing around this place had like barbed wire and stuff like that, you know, trying to keep people out. And everybody got through the gate, and I think there was one person behind me, or I was the last person to come out. And as I was coming out, they said that it felt like something had grabbed the fence and pulled it back from them, and it ripped out of their hands. And the gate where it opened, where something's open there, where it had been open enough for us to climb through, at the top, clamped down on my pelvis hard enough that, I mean, it was brutal. It was so painful, and they could not get the gate to open up again for me to get through. And so I'm sitting there squirming and crying because it hurt so bad to be clamped in on that position, and everything I tried to do and everything they tried to do, they could not get that gate open enough for me to get out. So when we finally they just grabbed my leg and started pulling on me to try to get me out. And when I was able to slip through and get out, I was in a lot of pain, and I just wanted to get out of there because I was scared, and I didn't understand why it felt like something was trying to keep me back in there. And you know, being young and stuff, it could have been my imagination. It could have been absolutely nothing. But the experience left me pretty shaken. And you know what? I never went back there again. Not to that particular spot anyway. Eventually it did tear it down though. So, whew. So that was an experience, and I wish I could actually go there and show you guys Gasworks Park, but unfortunately it's closed right now, and it probably won't be opening up again for a while. But I wanted to share this story. It's not really October or anything, but I'll probably have more ghost stories for you guys come October. I actually used to do ghost hunting, so a few experiences doing that. Some very funny, some not so funny. Right. Thanks for listening, guys, and have a great day. Bye.